गुरुवे गौरचंद्राय राधिकाय तदालय कृष्णाय कृष्ण भक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः। तयोस्मि न जीवामि त्वया विना इति विज्ञाय राधिके तुम नाचे मां क्षणाधिकम् श्याम सुंदर सुगंध शेखर स्मर हास्यामूल्य मनोहर राधिका रसिक मां कृपानि ते सदेवी चरणं किंकिरं गुरु। हम्म। टेक्स्ट 11। स्वप्ने अपि किं सुमुखी ते चरणाम्बुजत्या राजात् पराग पतवास विभूषणेन शोभान पराम अतितराम अहोत्तरमानम बिभ्रत भविष्यति कदा मम सार्थ नाम। O Sumukhi, fair faced girl, when will I even in my dream be justified in calling my head the highest limb, Uttaman, of my body by beautifying it with the glistening, fragrant pollen of your lotus feet? Vilapa Kusumanjali is really Raganuga Bhakti. In Jaiva Dharma Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur, he said that almost all the acharyas of Gaudiya Vaishnavas following in the sampradaya of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu are Vishuddha Raganuga. None of them are of the Vedic. Madhavendra Puripad, Ishwar Puripad, Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, and down to our Gurudev. Our whole sampradaya is of Raganuga, and those who are in Vedic Bhakti and don't want to aspire for Raganuga Bhakti, they should leave this Gaudiya Vaishya Sampradaya and go to Ramanuja, Madhavas, or any other Sampradaya. I don't know why the name Madhava came, but anyways, those who are in the Vedic Bhakti but want to follow, they should read these books, otherwise not. Someone may say that Jiva Goswami was not following this principle, but that is wrong. At that time, there were so many different kind of Vaishnavas. And for those who were not qualified for this Raganuga Bhakti, only for them Jiva Goswami wrote about Swakya Bhav. So this is not written according to Jiva Goswami's own desire, but to fulfill the desire of others. Unqualified person. In the Lochan Rochini Tika of Ujjwal Nirmani, he has written remarks like Swechha Likhitam Kinchid, that is written according to his own desire, willingly, and Parechya Likhitam Kinchid, things written according to others' desire. Beautiful. So by writing according to his own desire does not depend. It does not depend on him, but on what Rupa Goswami has told before and what he will tell after the teachings of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and by comparison, Jiva Goswami has decided what is right Siddhanta. Hmm. All our Goswamis are of Raganuga and Rupanuga, especially Raghunath Das Goswami in his first class of Rupanuga. In Rupanuga, there are two kinds of devotees, Sadhak and Siddha. Sadhak is of so many stages, and Siddha is also of so many stages. Those who have no past samskaras but now have the samskar of the association of Rasik Vaishnavas, their sanskar is somewhat weak. But sadhaka who has both samskara from his past life and in this life, having the association of Rasik Vaishnavas, will advance very quickly. He will very soon turn into a real devotee. Soon he will have Nishtha, then Ruchi, and then actually those who have tendencies of Raganuga, they pass the stage of Nishtha and at once begin from Ruchi and Asakti, and gradually they will come to the Bhav Dasha. They will come to the Bhav Dasha. To come to Bhav Dasha, one has to cultivate 11 transcendental sentiments, Ekadash Bhav. In Jain Brahma, it has been stated that those who have a very keen interest And thick greed to hear this, like Vijay Kumar and Brajnath, and are hearing so many times from the Rasik Vaishnavas, very quickly reach a higher stage. First Vijay Kumar, first Vijay Kumar, and then Brajnath heard from Raghunath Das Babaji. On his order, they went to Nilachal and had the association of both Gopal Goswami and Dhyan Chandra. And they quickly reached a higher stage. At this stage, they heard Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Ujjwal Mani from beginning to the end, and then developed a very quick greed to enter the Ashtakali Leela. The 11 kinds of transcendental sentiments, Ekadash Bhav, are one, Sambandha, the relationship with Upasya, the object of worship and the Upasak, the worshipper. If it is in Madhur Ras, um, uh, ठीक है ठीक है Chinmay, I hope everything is okay. Anyways, we'll talk later. Anyways, so the 11 kind of transcendental sentiments. So Pasak. If it is in the Madhur Ras, then the worshipful object is Krishna as Dhira Lalit Nayak. Yeah, Radhesham. And Srimati Radhika as Naika, serving Krishna. I am a Paladasi of Srimati Radhika and Krishna is her beloved. My relationship to Krishna is only through Radhika. Then, Vayas, age, from 10 to 16. That is where Sandhi, any adolescence. Third is Naam. Name is Srimati Radhika's group. ठीक है? Whether the person is from the Rupa form, a very beautiful adolescent Gopi serving Srimati Radhika. Youth Pravesha group. In Srimati Radhika's group, under Lalita and Shiksha Guru is Vishakha Guru. Vesh, attire. Very beautiful. What kind of dress, color, and all these things are there? Agya, command, is of two kinds, permanent and casual. What service one has been ordered to perform, one should perform without mistake or negligence. Basat, Basasthan, place of residence where to live, who is husband, who is father, who is mother, etc. Sorry, Vasasthan. Sorry. बसस्थान नहीं है वासस्थान है सेवा what kind of service by seeing the service performed by eternal associate one will have some greed to serve like that like a Radhadasi then parakashtha swas parakashtha swas highest aspiration in the highest thing that we want the service of Srimati Radhika. I cannot live without the service of Radhika. This is explained by two verses in Vilapa Kusumanjali. As bharer amrit bindu manivayek kathanchit kalo maiti gamitaha kilisam pratam nahi tvam chet kripam mai vidasvai neva kimme punera vrajena cha varoru bakarina panapi. O Srimati Radhika, I have decided myself fully to be on lotus feet. I have dedicated my life. I have an ocean hope to be able to serve you. If you are not merciful to me, I don't want to live in Vrindavan, not even in Radhakund, not even have Shri Krishna even my body. Not even have Shri Krishna, even my body. I will die. So kindly be merciful to me. Asa bharer amrita sindhu maye kathanchit kalo mayati gamitaha kilasam pratam hi tvam chet kripam mai with just see, never kimme, praner vajen cha, varoru, bakari nopi. In 100, ha nath gokul sadhakar, sudhakar, suprasanna, वक्त्रारविंद मधुर स्मित हे कृपार द्रव यत्र त्वया विहरते प्रणयेर प्रियारात तत्रैव माम अपि नया प्रिय सेवनाय. O Krishna, I've given myself to your lotus feet. I don't know where Srimati Radhika is. I want to be where you are with Srimati Radhika, where I want to serve you and Srimati Radhika. So take me there, otherwise I may not live. 11. Radha Pale Dasi Bhav, nature of the maiden servant, having same quality of prema of both Radha and Krishna Jugal, but yet inclined towards or inclination towards Srimati Radhika. So Ekadash Bhav, the 11th item is the most important thing, that is Radha Pale Dasi Bhav. If you have no Bhav to serve Radha Rani, then there is no use. Or even having 10 or all these things, There is very little difference between 10 and 11. 10 means that one cannot live without serving Srimati Radhika, and is 11 to be Srimati Radhika's Parlidasi means I'm yours. So the sadhaka will have to adopt all these 11 sentiments, and after culminating or after cultivating them, five kind of rasa stage will come. Shravana Dasa, yani stage of hearing. We will have to hear the pastimes of Radha and Krishna with faith, great eagerness, and desire to enter into it. We will have to hear everything about Krishna, Shivati Radhika, Gopi, Palidasi, etc. Varana Dasha, the stage of acceptance. When the sadhaka innocuously and eagerly accept the conjugal mellow, Smarana Dasha means the remembrance of the sentiments of rasa, chanting and remembering desire to participate them. Bhavapanna das, dasha, sorry. Same as Apanna dasha, stage of application. At first, these sentiments will come by our efforts and by the mercy of Rasik Vaishnavas, and after that, it will come by itself from that particular to whom we have dreamed. 5. Prema Sampatti Dasha, stage of inheritance. That is Surupa Siddhi. After that, Vastu Siddhi. So these are all coming in sequence. When all come, then a sadhaka will be qualified to remember all these things, and should remember all these things. Then remembrance will automatically, without any efforts, and cannot be checked even if one wants to. So Kunmasi Yogi first is Shravana Dasha. Varna Dasha means uh, accepting, the stage of acceptance. Smarana Dasha, stage of remembering. Bhavapanna Dasha means at first these sentiments will come by our efforts and by the mercy of Rasik Vaishnavas. After that, it will come by itself. Means sometimes you have to force yourself to do the Manasi Seva, you know. So the whatever the bhavs are coming, they will come gradually, eventually. Some efforts are there, but some efforts doesn't mean that some efforts. Some efforts means like Bhavatpana Dasha, it doesn't come by force. But some of our efforts means by sticking to the sadhana. Like, if I have taken a vow that I have to sit for the Smarana Dasha for 45 minutes, or half an hour, or 1 hour. Oh, maybe if you want, sometime we can have sessions on uh, meditation. By any chance, if you feel inspired, let me know. And the fifth stage is Prema Sampatti Dasha, the stage of inheritance. Huh? means Sampatti. And Prema Sampatti means Swarupa Siddhi and then the Vastu Siddhi. Anyways, no matter what stage you want to be on, no matter what stage, how you want to serve the Lordship, no matter what do you want, what do you expect as a Vaishnava, as a Sadhu, whatever, you need to have the association of a Rasik Vaishnava. So Raghunath Goswami is Siddha, but he's acting like a sadhaka. As a sadhaka, he is doing Sankhya, Purvak Naam Gan Nativi, Kala Usani Kito, Nidra Har Vihar Kadi Vijito, Chaitanya Dino Chayo, Radha Krishna Guner Smritir Madhurima, Nandir Sammohito, Vande Rupa Sanatano Raviyo, Shri Jiva Gopala. And what is this is outwardly the Radhe Brajdevi Ke. This is practicing as a sadhaka. And what he has told in Vilap Kusumanjali is in the Siddha Bhav. So when he is in an innermost mood, he is seeing pastimes of Radha and Krishna, and the pastimes are manifest there. Then he comes to outer sense. He is saying, where am I? And I was where that pastime took place. Then he is hankering, weeping, rolling on the ground, lamenting. At that time, he used to live near a tamal tree and a kadamba tree or the bank of the Radhakund, where there he was always lamenting, weeping, rolling on the ground and praying like this. With this sloka, Raghunath Das Goswami is praying to the lotus feet of Srimati Radhika. Here, Radha Raghunath Das Goswami is praying. It means that he is praying in sadhak bhav, not in the siddha bhav. So sometimes siddha bhav comes down in his heart. There are three stages of consciousness. Bhaya Dasha, external, Ardha Bhaya Dasha, फिर then Antah Dasha and Bhaya Dasha. In the middle होता है, फिर then Antah Dasha होती है. So Bhaya Dasha is quite opposite to Antah Dasha. Antah Dasha, at that time, all the experiences, the sense, the senses stops. The senses stop. And only internal things comes out. And in the middle stage, the sadhaka is neither full outer nor full inner consciousness. So these are different stages, Very important to have that. Today, I got a call from a very good friend of mine, very old friend of mine, very old. When he was a child, we were like a little bit elder to him, but not very. But at least we had a bhaiya wala scene. And we used to call each other by name or something but he was always very nice to us and we used to also play around with him because he was very chubby and fatty guy. Very nice guy. But then, somehow with time, we all got busy in our lives and then he also got busy in his life. And then, he started supporting Aam Aadmi Party. And when he was supporting Aam Aadmi Party, that time I was a very staunch follower of, Modi. I mean, opinion wise, otherwise, whatever. So then, one time, he started abusing that, all BJP people are like this, that. And then somehow, the communication broke. We all remained friends, but we never got to see each other because I was hardly going to Delhi. And when I go to Delhi, I hardly got to meet anyone. I don't have time to meet my own friends or to speak of acquaintances in one way. But today he called. And then he said, Prabhu, bhai, I've been always following you. And I'm a strong BJP guy now. But anyways, I got your number from your younger brother, and then check whether you still have the same number or not. As I still have the same number since last 15 years, And the another number you had is since last 22 years. And he was very happy. We were talking, we spoke. It was nice. I said, why I'm telling you all that? Then he said, I want to like shift to Vrindavan, just like you. Tell me why, what have inspired you? What was your story? I said, my story is a long story, but I can cut it short. And I came to Vrindavan maybe so many times before. But in 2005, I came for the first time with a friend, alone. In my childhood, if I come, I don't remember, but I came. And then I thought I'll eventually move here and I'll live here only. Then he started saying, oh, acha, this and that. He said, I want to come, this and that. I said, okay, you know what you do? I just gave him one simple thing. I said, why don't you just come and stay here for 3, 4 days? And then you decide whether you want to live here or not. Or every month come for 2, 3 days, 3 days, 4 days. And then eventually you will start developing love with Vrindavan and then you will come, then you'll never leave. You say, oh, yeah, you're very practical right now. You're being very practical. Because, maybe whatever I'm thinking is I'm doing it out of sentiments. So those sentiments, I said, yes, you're right. Then I gave him the example of Marikat Viragya and the real Viragya and everything. Although I don't know how much he understood, but at least he appreciated what I've told him, what I've told to him, and in the way I've guided to him. So he appreciated that and he said, yeah, definitely I should come sometime first, and then only I should think whether I should move in here or not. So this was exactly the stage of sadhaka. Sometimes the innermost bhav is so prominent, anyways, we cannot compare the bhav of my friend with the bhav of Raghunath Goswami, but this is exactly used to happen with the acharyas also. Sometime in the external, sometime in the internal. Sankhya Purvak Nama Garanativi is a very good example that they were living a life like a sadhaka. But when it comes to Hira Debraj Devi ke Chalalite Hinand Suno Kuta Shri Govardhan Kalpa Padap Tale Kalindi Vane Kuta Goshantavichi Sarvato Vajpure Chele Mahavihalo Vande Rup Sanatano Raghuyugo Sri Jiva Gopalako. This particular stage is a complete example of Antardasha when they are actually in this Siddha Deha praying to the Lord or looking for the Lord. The sadhaka who is on the Uttam stage can experience all three stages. Like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he is in the inner sense, he sees and takes part in the Leela of Radha Krishna. He is serving Radha and Krishna. He's serving Radha and Krishna. Can you hear me? Anybody just say once? Yes.
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, right now we can hear you. बीच में आपकी आवाज चली गई.
ठीक है. And he is serving Radha and Krishna, fanning and doing so many things. But then they, Swarup Damodar, Rai Ramanan, or the other followers begin to loudly do kirtan, playing on khol, mridanga, etc. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu at once came down to the middle stage and began to cry, oh, why are you calling me? I was in Vrindavan, playing with Radha and Krishna and serving them. I was solely taking part in this Leela, in the Vilas, so sweetly, and you called me there. And he began to weep so bitterly. He was in half sense in the middle stage, Ardha Bhaiya Rasa. And after 2, 3, 4 hours, he came in the full senses, in external consciousness. Then he was seeing these pastimes, and someone called me. What was I doing? Was I weeping? rolling on the ground. What madness did I do? They answered, no, no, no madness. You did nothing. If a sadhaka is highly advanced in Raganuga Bhakti, like Raghunath Das Goswami, then sometimes he can internally enter into the different pastimes. He will be in Bhaya Dasha, and sometimes he will realize it is in half consciousness. When he is in the outer sense, he is praying like this and weeping as if everything has been lost. So Vilapami Padye in text 7, I'm burning in the fire of separation, I cannot bear it. I will die at once. I'm crying, and my crying is Vilapa Kusumanjali. Vilap means lamentation, Kusumanjali means a bunch of flowers. So in these verses, he is praying to Srimati Radhika, and it denotes the fire of separation of Raghunath Das Goswami, which he feels in inner stage, Antardasha, and in Ardha Bhaya Dasha. He is weeping for this thing. And Bhaya, he is telling, I was doing so. O Samukhi, your mercy is so rare that not even Brahma and Shankara can have this. Not even Narad and the Guru of Narad. The four Kumaras can have this mercy of Srimati Radhika. It is very rare to have the mercy of Srimati Radhika. We should we should know who is she. Who is she? यो ब्रह्म रुद्र सुख नारद भीष्म मुख्येर अलाक्षितो न सहस पुरुषस्य तस्य साध्यो वशीकरण चूर्णम अनंत शक्तिम ताम राधिका चरण रेणु अनुसरामी means uh, I constantly remember the footsteps of Srimati Radhika, whose unlimited power instantly subdues even the Supreme Person, Sri Krishna, who himself cannot be easily seen even by the greatest devotees like Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, Sukdev Muni, Narad Muni, and the Vishwadeva. So Brahma, Rudra, that is Shankara, Bhishma, Narad, they are all advanced Gyanis. And they are like Aptakam and Atmaram. They can really have the darshan of Krishna, but not of Radhika. At least really they can have Sri Krishna, but Radharani not at all. So in Raslila, they came and they saw only Krishna dancing and singing, but not with the gopis. But the wives saw, they fainted. So he's saying that if anyone have the very particle dust of the lotus feet of Srimati Radhika, and if Krishna know that fact, Krishna wholly and solely will give himself to the devotees. आगे right. So when Raghunath Das Goswami was uttering this shloka, he at once went in deep mood and remembered the pastime of आगे light आगे हाँ हाँ बंद So Raghunath Goswami was uttering the shloka, and he at once went in the deep mood and remembered the pastimes of Radha and Krishna, and it came like in a spruti. The pastimes took place either earlier. Krishna serves Srimati Radhika, not just serves Radhika, but he serves the lotus feet of Radhika. Raghunath Das Goswami went in a deep mood and remembered that Srimati Radhika has given her whole heart to the lotus feet of Krishna. By Srimati Radhika's Prana Koti, not only one prana, but Koti Koti prana, crores of life, she is worshipping, doing arti of the toe on Krishna's lotus feet. Not the whole toe, but the nails, and actually not the nails, but tip of the nail. And not even the tip, or not even that, but the rays emanating from his nails. Radha is doing arti to these rays by her koti koti pran, like Deepa. When Krishna saw the scene, his heart melted. What to do? He thought, I will have to repay for this. Otherwise, I will be indebted forever. So he wanted to repay Srimati Radhika for this. He waited for a suitable time to repay, and one day He got the fortune. He got the fortune to serve Srimati Radhika. It was Nishtha Leela, Nishant Leela. The gopis were looking through the slits in the wall of the kunja and how Radha and Krishna were sleeping. On Vrinda's order, the roosters sounded. In the morning, they stand on their 2 feet, crane their neck and the flap, their wings and coo. The roosters sang so loudly like a Vedu Charana, ठीक है, that Radha and Krishna's sleep was broken, but not leaving each other. They were in rasa. Sometimes the eyes closed and sometimes open. Again, the rooster, like, did loudly and again, "Caw, caw, caw, caw," but nobody's getting up. Seeing that the rooster stopped her from embracing Krishna, Srimati Radhika cursed them, saying, "Go and coo in the hell. Don't disturb us." So again, hmm? So again they relaxed. Without anxiety, Radhika tightened her embrace to Krishna. Embrace to Krishna. When they embraced, the red kumkum from Radhika's breast came on the chest of Krishna because sweats were coming to the kumkum powder like lotus parag, mixed with the sweet turned into a paste. Sorry, meat with the sweat turned into the paste. So they did not leave each other. They were in the rasa. Sometimes their eyes were closed, sometimes open. Other birds began to sound. Again, Radha and Krishna's sleep was broken. They stretched out their bodies and sat up in the bed. And they stretched out their body and sat up in the bed. Shwati Radhika said, "What have you done? You have messed up my whole dress. If Lalita and Vishaka will come and see this, they will laugh at me and cut jokes. So please straight it out at once. Why you are doing it so late? At once you should do. Otherwise, you will have to be punished by Kamdev. You have called a demigod and he came. You worshipped him and then left everything there outside. You have bought him from the mandir, but him on throne here. And you have done archana, puja, arati, everything. Now you should clean up after this puja and throw all these things away from here. No sign should remain here. Otherwise, you will be blamed and you will be punished by that demigod. Oh, yes, you speak the truth. Krishna began to decorate Srimati Radhika. With a glance from his eyes, at once Tulsi Manjari, Rupa Manjari, and all the very near and dear Manjaris, they came carrying plates in their hands with the brushes, kumkum, chandan, kasturi, rose water, and all different kinds of colors. He combed her hair, braided it, braided it nicely with the flower garlands, and then he painted pictures on Radhika's body. Srimati Radhika said, "You don't know how to dress me. You should do it from the bottom to top, not top to bottom." You have taken the red lac from my feet. So first you should replace that. When Krishna was painting Radhika's feet, he sometimes put them to his chest, sometimes on his head, or the kumkum from Radhika's breast, which had came on Krishna's chest, came on the feet of Srimati Radhika. Through Krishna, although Krishna was quite new, he was a very good artist. Krishna started to paint, but his hand was trembling because so many moods came in him. Radhika showed Tulsi Manjari this, and she and all the other Manjaris were laughing. Srimati Radhika said to Tulsi Manjari, "You should do this. New one cannot do it properly. He is quite a neophyte." They're telling to Krishna. So you should do. Tulsi Manjari came and forcibly took the paint and brush and forcibly pushed him away with her arms. And Tulsi Manjari was laughing. Srimati Radhika said, "Why are you laughing? You should paint." So she put her foot on the forehead of Tulsi Manjari so that the red lac mixed with kumkuma came as a stem on Tulsi Manjari's forehead, and she became overjoyed. Srimati Radhika's feet has come to my head. I'm so lucky. My head is so lucky. But when she began to see by the mirror at that time, his antardasha went away and he came in the senses. He began to weep loudly, lament, and so and roll on the bank of Radhakund. He is now feeling more separation. Rupa Goswami and Baldev Vidyabhushan have explained this thing. When the sadhaka descends from the antardasha to Bahirdasha, he remembers deeply what he has seen in the antardasha. So much eagerness comes, and at the same time, becomes so humble. Radha Krishna's pastimes are so high, it is rare even for Brahma, Shukra, Narada, Uddhav to have this thing. I'm so fallen, how can I have? So Radha, come, come. Radha and Krishna's mercy is so great. And at that time, I got this reddish stamp from Srimati Radhika on my forehead. Did is such a thing that he does not leave the hope and eagerness for having that thing. So weeping, he began to lament, oh Sumukhi, here Srimati Radhika's Swadhina Bhatrika, therefore she is dressed as Sumukhi. Begins Swadhina Bhatrika, Srimati Radhika is so pleased. Her eyes are showing full pleasure. At that time, she can give anything, any mercy. That is why he is addressing her Sumukhi. Oh Swamini, I'm so wretched, I'm so fallen. My only hope is you. Begin so merciful, you are even more merciful than Krishna. Only by this hope and eagerness for your mercy, I am maintaining my life. One day you will surely have mercy upon me. O Sundari, because beautiful lady who has attracted Krishna to serve your feet, how can I describe your beauty? I am praying to, if not directly in a dream, have to reddish mark on my head, only then will my head be Uttamanga, the top part of my body. So her head is only going to be Uttamanga and meaningful if Srimati Radhika will give some colors from her feet there. I will explain how the Parag Kumkum came from Srimati Radhika's breast to Krishna's chest and there to the feet of Srimati Radhika. From Srimati Radhika's feet it comes on the head of Tulasi Manjari. Vibhushanena, it was like an ornament on Tulsi Manjari's head, and we also remember this from Venugit. Purna Pulindaya Urugaya Padabja Raga Shri Kumkumena Daita Stan Manditena Tad Darshana Smara Rujas Trinarushitena Limpatya Ananta Kuchesu Jahus Tad Adhum. यानी कि there are some similarities. Here are Rag, Pradabja, Rag, यानी कि reddish color from the lotus feet, and the Padabja Raga. Raga was actually Kumkum from Srimati Radhika and came on the feet of Radha. Krishna, sorry. And here Srimati Radhika had taken the feet of Krishna on her breast. So when Krishna was walking, the Kumkum on his feet came to the grass and the dew wetted in the Kumkuma wetted the kumkuma and made it into a paste. The Pulindas smeared this on their face and breast, and thus got relief from the fire of lust in their heart. Actually, also here this parag was from Radhika. This is parag patvasva. The pollen of the lotus is called parag. So Srimati Radhika's feet is like a lotus, and the red lac in parag. Land is parag. So Rajat parag patvasa. ओ सुमुखी स्वप्ने आपी यानी कि what to speak of directly. Even in a dream, I want that you keep your lotus feet on my head and put this red mark on my head. I'm not qualified that it will come in Smriti because Smriti comes in the higher stage of Sadhaka Bhakta and I'm not like that. So please in dream keep your lotus feet on my head so that my head will be Uttamanga. And if not getting this red thing from the road from your lotus feet, then my head is useless. In the same manner, the gopis are saying that one's eyes are successful if one can see Krishna's smiling lotus face playing on the flute with his neck crookedly turned backward and his eyes exchanging crooked glances from Srimati Radhika and the gopis behind Baldeva. More than this, if one can see both Radha and Krishna looking at each other, one's eyes are even more successful. Krishna is not there, but in deep separation and deep tadatma, one see that Krishna has come and I'm talking with him. He's joking with me. He's doing vilas with me. That is called Smruti. In Smruti, the meaning is Sankirna. And in the dream, it is something more than in a Smruti. In dream, meeting is Samriddhiman, and this is for the Siddha. In the Sadhaka stage, one cannot have a Smriti first. A dream about Krishna, Vrindavan, Gurudev can easily come, but a Smriti comes when one is in a deep Tadatma, and Tadatma is not an easy. Tadatma can come in avastha. In Ujjwal Nilamani, it has been told that in all three Smriti, dream and direct meeting, the meeting can be of four kinds: Sankirtan, Sankshipta, Sankirna, Sankshipta, Sampurna, and Samriddhiman. The Mama Sartha Mama, my head will be successful, the highest part of my body. If I get this stem, then my name Rati Manjari will also be successful. How? Because Rati means Vilas. No? So many kinds of Vilas, Ratis, not here, first class of Bhava, Anurag, and others, and after that, Mahabhav, that is Rati. Radhika's Rati towards Krishna is called Rati here. Manjari means Shobha and Shobha of Rati and Radhika's Rati. So only then will my when will my then only then will my name be successful. Otherwise not. This is not for ordinary person. Oh my God. Guru Vrindavan Bilari Lal ki jai. So much of reading, huh? Get tired. Hari bol.
Hari Bol Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Glad to see you back and hear your voice back, Prabhu.
Yeah, two
Yes,
days
Prabhu.
were very heavy.
Prabhu, how are you?
Fine, bro. I went to New Marana Fort to do the wedding ceremony, and day before yesterday, when I was supposed to do the ceremony in the morning, I thought by afternoon I'll leave and in the evening I'll be here, and then we can have a class.
That's totally okay, Prabhu. We
But
kinda.
night before,
Mhm.
When I went for the Garba celebration, after we came back, we got to know that the
Gar-
mother fell sick and the
Oh
boy's mother, and then she got some clot or some hemorrhage in the brain, and she was unconscious for 2 3 days. So, like
my God.
the marriage was supposed to happen in in the morning, in the afternoon, sorry, happened in the evening. And I reached around 2:30 or something, and yesterday I was very tired, didn't know what to do. Anyways, it happened, it's gone. अब सब चालू छे,
Saru
ठीक है?
che. It's
हाँ,
good,
सब
Prabhu.
चालू।
That's good.
ठीक है? Anybody? Anyways, Dhruvat Prabhu,
Krishna Prabhu, Jai Pranam.
your office or home?
Yes, Prabhu, at home. But Prabhu, I have one question. It's regarding like because I was hearing about the lecture on Jaiva Dharma, and
Mm.
in there I heard a chapter on the chapter 9, the Digambara Chattopadhyaya episode, like
Mhm.
where where I was like just a thing, and I want to hear your take on it. Like when I was reading it, like it says that Digambar Chattopadhyaya was a learned person who was obsessed with like mundane logic and astrology and tantra, and he argued with the Vaishnavas, showing his reliance on these external calculations keeps him from understanding the simple heart-centered path of bhakti.
Mhm.
So Prabhu, ये क्या like we all do astrology, right? We all do everything like the Vastu and everything. But is this like we are not doing Ananya Bhakti? And is this a path? Is this an obstacle in the path of Sharanagati? Or is this like
Hey,
are we?
even doing the archan with your body is the obstacle on the path of Ananya Bhakti.
Oh, Archan, how?
I knew that you were going to ask this question. Everything, whatever has been performed or done with our this Panchatattva, Prithvi, Jal, Vayu, Agni, Akash, every activity is performed with this Panchatattva made body or with all these senses or material senses with the material which is made of Panchatattva, means the ghee, lamb, abhishek, conch, milk, yogurt, doodh, dahi, ghee, the deities, everything is a actually obstacle on the path of Ananya Bhakti.
Hmm. So
But we
Prabhu,
need to
how do
we
we?
need to have all these practice so that whatever we are doing externally can come in the heart, and we can be on the stage where these things would be going on 24 hours without any physical involvement, but rather in our mind, in our thoughts, and they will reflect automatically on our, through our words, through our actions, and through our mind, right?
Yes, Prabhu.
So, astrology and all these things, you are saying that I'm completely dependent on astrology, I'm depending on astrology, I'll not do this, I'll not do that. Hmm. So you're doing all this, if you're thinking in that way, then remember one thing. Astrology means Jyotish, the Jyoti, the light of the Lord. And light of the Lord in the material world or in today's world, in the world of AI, we call it GPS, navigation. You put the navigation in your car that you want to go from Vrindavan to Delhi. Your navigation lady says, head north, take right, after 100 meter again take right, then go straight, after 300 meter take left, right. Who's putting efforts? You're putting efforts. Who is driving the car? You're driving the car. Whose car is it? Yours. What is getting wasted? The petrol. Yours petrol, your petrol, your tires, the mileage of your car, everything, all these things, they belong to you. All efforts are yours. Everything is yours. But the job of GVS is just to show you the right way, that you take left, right, and all. You are still not completely dependent on it, right? But dependent on what? The car. And the car is the source. You turn on a GPS right now, you cannot go to Calgary, no, directly. You have to put your efforts, right? So I told you before also this particular shloka that Nahi Suptasya Singha se Parveshanti Kule Mriga. है ना? Sorry, Mukhe Mriga. This तरीके से the way, unless a lion who has in his destiny to eat the deer, he'll have to get up and he'll have to do purushartha. So in the same way, every activity performed with the material body, material consciousness and material senses and material objects are are obstacle on the path of Ananya Bhakti. But when you start performing all these things, and slowly but surely all these things will manifest in your heart, then eventually this particular all your activities will become a spiritual activity. And then you will be on the stage where Tad Vishnu Paramam Padagam Sada Pashyanti Suryo
Yeah.
Dive Vachakshuratatam, just like in the presence of sun, a wise man can see clearly. You will be actually situated on the platform where you will be able to see the abode of the Lord, and you will be able to participate in everything of the Lord with your heart, in your mind. And when you have the Lordship in your mind all the time, then you will not be envious to anyone, you will not be angry with anyone, you will not have any issues with anybody. You will always be seeing the Lord in the heart of everyone, and so on.
तो प्रभु, ये स्थिति भजन पे ही आती है प्रभु एक्चुअली। इतना अच्छा भजन हो रहा है, उसका उसका ही रिजल्टेंट है ये।
क्या?
ये स्थिति भजन पे ही आएगी ना प्रभु, कि
Hmm.
हाउ हाउ गुड इज योर भजन वुड डिटरमाइन हाउ प्योर इज योर हार्ट।
Yeah, exactly, bro. But the purification of the heart will also be possible only eventually. No? It's not possible to happen in the overnight, right? So, like he said, when you as a sadhaka, even mm,
Closing in closer.
even. Sorry, what were you saying? Huh? So all this purity, which we're talking about now, um, yeah, the purity is it's the eventual process, Eventually you become pure, no? And when you have previous life, Sukriti, enough of Sukriti, then only you can be on the platform where you will be absolutely, you know, you'll be nicely being situated. So this particular stage will not come overnight, yeah.
यस प्रभु। वो एक्चुअली आई वाज वो एक्चुअली it could happen overnight though, but we don't have that intensity.
It can happen overnight, but will you be able to take it?
Mm,
Today, if Krishna gives you inspiration to come to Vrindavan today, immediately before leaving home, the mortgage of yours will come on your way. Then the ticket, visa, so many things. your luggage, your beautiful house, which you're building now. All these things will always be stopping you. Come on, where are you going? You have put so much of money, efforts to come to Canada. Now you want to leave everything immediately. Arey bhaiya, Krishna he has opened his heart waiting for us. Are we ready to come to Krishna? Are we ready to do the proper Shanagati? Are we on the stage of Shanagati? No. So these things are very important to understand. If we understand, it would be nice. If we don't, what to do?
Yes, true.
Hmm. So yeah.
Yes, bro.
Hmm. Oh Krishna, anything you want to say? Okay, one very important instruction. Listen to, huh?
You should know that Western countries, devotees, like to do kirtan. But now I'm saying, and I'm amazed that they want to keep their hands in their bead bags, not dancing and doing kirtan, and they want to be alone, very, very far away from kirtan. But I think that this is not the true mood of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and their followers. And Swamiji did not wanted this. You can chant your name in your homes and where you are alone. But with kirtan, you should do all kirtan. Krishna has given mouth to sing Krishna Kirtan doing. And he has given our feet and hands to so you should try to follow this, not always keeping our hands in big bags and looking here and there without any fear. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
So yeah. So be very careful. Anyways.
Wonderful, Prabhu.
तो बाकी सब ठीक